Hi, Sailor Board Game Guide here, and I thought I'd just share another update with you from the Decline solo RPG that I'm working on at the moment. Went through a phase of publishing a couple of videos every week, and the video schedule slowed down a little bit because I've been working tirelessly on creating the map tiles. I've hit a bit of a stage now where I almost feel like I can't do any game development until I've got these map tiles finished. I'm planning on having 30 in total. I'm going to have a deck of about 60 cards, and I've chosen 60 just because that's an economical printing quantity for some of the companies that produce decks. So a lot of the quests, there will be a minimum of 30 quests in the deck on the reverse of these cards. I almost feel like I can't quite complete the design of the quest until I've got the cards, because as you can tell from some of these, they're quite there's a lot of items which are going to feature in the quest. So it's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. Do you create the quest first, create the cards to match, or vice versa? I'm going with the cards just so that I've got a physical prototype. So I'll just show you my progress. I'm up to card 11. I'm completing on average probably about one a day. So we're looking at another month before I can get a prototype set printed. But I'll just show you some of these. They're varying quality. This is one of the earlier ones that I did. It's reasonable. The pink is the outline, all the rest of it is bleed so that it's cropped properly. We've got a bit of a blacksmith's cottage here. And like I said, this is an early-ish one, so there's a lot of homogeneous grass textures, as I keep banging on about tree. But as I've got on later on, I've sort of learnt how to mix up the texture. So in my mind, this is a bit more of a realistic. It's got bits of tufts of grass, decals of various natural features, and that's from photographs that I've taken in real life and edited in Photoshop, which I'll link to up the top here somewhere. So let's have a look at what we've got so far. About a third of the way through. So we've got our house, which is probably going to feature in the first quest. We've got a bit of a stone circle. Again, this is a bit CGI for my liking, needs some work on that, but I think I'm just going to get to a stage where I'm going to print it, because I could mess around with this forever. We've got an encampment. I did a video on that, link in the top corner of how I produced that. And this is the start of one of the sort of undead regions. Got an uncovered tomb, and the sort of the green wilderness feel seeds to this barren sort of stony texture. And then we're into two different graveyards. We've got one with upright stones and one that's a bit more ruinous. Again, these are, I don't know, they look fine, and in a deck and it'll look great, but everything's a little bit geometric for my liking. It probably needs a bit of a mixing up, but at some point in the future I'll do that. We've got another house with a ruined tree that's in the graveyard area, and then we've got a big sort of central chapel, which is going to form part of one of the quests that I'm writing at the moment. Let's have a look. That's card 8. And then I started on some road sections. Straight road with break in the wall. What I'm trying to do is incorporate various pieces of cover, so you've got lots of tactical options. So we've got straight road, crossroads, obviously. All these cards are going to form maps based off a 9 card grid, so 3 by 3. So you'll either lay them out on the table, or you will put them in a trading card sleeve page so they don't slide around everywhere. So I need a few different road options. So we've also got a right-hander, left-hander, I suppose, depends which way you mix it up. And this is sort of the standard I'm up to now. I'm fairly happy with this. I've got some shadow going underneath the trees, mixed up rock textures. So we've got sort of 4 layers of textures plus decals plus items. So they're becoming increasingly more complex. If you compare that, if I somehow compare, say, these two, I think there's a step change in the quality of those. I'd love to know what you think. I mean, both are perfectly passable, considering I'm not a graphic designer, but I'm much happier with these newer tiles. So that's where I'm up to. I've probably got another month before I'm going to do any serious game development I've had people sending me loads of ideas. Thank you for that. Do keep them coming. And I'll leave you with a time lapse of the next tile that I'm working on. So this is some mines things I've got from MapForge. I would love to use the software, but it's just too buggy. So I'm doing the old trick of exporting them out into Photoshop and creating my maps from there using the commercially usable assets from MapForge. So thanks for watching. Do keep sharing the comments with me if you haven't already. Sign up to the newsletter in the description. And here's a time lapse of the next card. One more ticked off till I hit that magic 30.